Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Sarcastic Barman and welcome to my channel. We've been picking on the anti-vaxxers this week and it's not going to stop because I fucking hate them. But we found someone I don't feel very comfortable picking on him. He talks as if he might have some issues. But the words coming out of his mouth are no less fucking stupid. Let's have a look, shall we?
I want to say just a word I wrote about it on my Facebook page about vaccinations. There is a
get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
13 words in 20 seconds. Well, this video's 16 minutes long. We're gonna be here a while. I think a bit of movie speeding up time will be very fucking fitting for this shit.
unrelenting push by the beastly system to force everyone to be vaccinated with the whatever the specific vaccinations are that are prescribed at the time, and they change constantly. I wonder, I just throw this out, you ask your Christian friends and ask your pastors who are totally 100% supportive of forced vaccinations. Ask them, would it make any difference to you if you knew that the vaccinations that are being injected into your body, into the bodies of your children, contain aborted baby tissues, cells?
Now, I don't like getting into the religious stuff. It is something I will give a wide berth because personal beliefs on religion are personal. I will point out, though, this was two babies from the 1960s, which have then gone on to basically be used in most modern vaccine-making methods. Some are starting to move away from this, but it is far easier to grow a vaccine designed for humans in human cells, as horrible as that sounds. And the thing that I would say comes down to it, should you say, no, we can't use these two babies because they were murdered? Or should you say, we should use these two babies because they died for us? Sort of like a religious flip around there. Take it as you want. If you're going to stick to the religious side, we probably will keep this a very short video. If you say anything fucking stupid about the ingredients, we're going to rip you a new asshole.
The people who are vaccinated are now made immune to the various diseases that they're so worried about. Why would they then worry about those of us who are not vaccinated?
That sounds like the round of applause of a group of people who don't understand herd immunity. But we'll let you go on a bit more because then we'll explain about what this is.
Serious question. They are, and I mean, I've had people just pounce on me like a chicken on a June bug. Well, we don't want, okay, if you want to be infected and you want to die early because you won't get the injection, that's fine, but don't get around me and don't get your kids around my kids and don't get in the public school because you're going to infect all of us because you refuse to be injected. Wait a minute.
You okay, Vegeta?
Yes, just an aneurysm out of sheer stupidity.
Wow. Didn't think you were that stupid, Vegeta.
Now let's explain herd immunity briefly, quickly, and simply really, because it's a simple concept. I'm wondering why you're struggling with it. Now let's take a classroom, because we'll put it in that sort of environment. We have 40 children in this classroom, nice big class. Two of the children in this classroom can't get vaccinated, whether it be for allergies, allergicness, whether it be for underlying medical conditions, anything like that, but they can't get vaccinated. But the other 38 children in the classroom can get vaccinated. You then have a couple of families that say, I don't want my kids vaccinated. Okay, that's 4, 5, who knows how many children who also don't get vaccinated. That puts the percentages up a bit more in weight of how many are vaccinated to non-vaccinated. There's the chances that these people who can't get vaccinated could catch the disease of the people who refuse to get vaccinated. And if they have underlying health conditions that prevented them from getting vaccinated, they could die. This happened in South Wales a few years back with a measles outbreak. And due to underlying health conditions, a young person couldn't get vaccinated. They then died from complications from measles, a disease that was basically not about anymore because of vaccines. The idea is the herd protects the ones that can't get the vaccine. If you've got a 98% vaccine rate, that's not bad. As it drops more and more, this becomes more dangerous to those people who can't get vaccinated. How is this difficult to understand?
If vaccines are so good, why must they be forced without informed consent?
Honest answer? Because people like you are too fucking stupid to understand what the fucking doctors are going to tell you anyway. You'll hear the words like mercury, aluminium, formaldehyde, thplub, and you'll go, and your brain will melt and you'll explode and you'll go, no. Oh, wait, no, you'll do this.
There's no informed consent when you get a vaccination. They don't tell you what's all in those vaccines and what the risks are.
Good evening and welcome to Anti-Vaxxer Bingo. We are looking for Big Pharma, ingredients, homeopathy, toxin and poisons, Jenny McCarthy, Dr. Profit or anything else that sounds stupid. Get your cards ready and let's get ready to bingo? What?
If people want to choose to put poison into their system, I think they have the right to do that.
We've got poisons.
But I believe they have the responsibility to make an informed decision before they decide. Which means they have to be given all of the information. They need to be given all of the facts. And when it comes to vaccinations, no facts are given.
Now, we made the joke before that you wouldn't know what to do with these facts even if they were given to you. And it's quite funny because these facts are available to you if you really want them. All you've got to do is a quick Google search or read the fucking pamphlet. That's got the basic underlying information. If you want more detailed information, speak to your doctor more thoroughly. He will have all the information to give you. He will tell you of the risks of allergic reactions and things like that. But don't fucking lie and say, they're not available. Ah!
How many, Dr. Annie, help me out, how many billions of dollars does the federal government spend on settling wrongful death caused by vaccines in this country? $4.5 billion, taxpayer dollars, has been doled out by the federal government for wrongful death suits caused by vaccinations.
Now it's not $4.5 billion, it's 4.15. That's 350 million, can make a difference to some people. But that is still a huge amount of money. But also that's over the last 31 years since the programme for paying out of these things was created in 1988. And that doesn't just cover deaths, that also covers injuries. Some people are allergic to ingredients in vaccines and have missed out and not been explained properly. There's more and more care is taken each year checking what people are allergic to. But some people die from aspirins. But you don't see that flying up as much in the headlines because vaccines aren't magic. Medicine isn't magic. Mistakes and problems can happen. But the information's there if you're not a numpty.
Are they given the information of how many children are harmed physically or maybe even die?
You want some facts? Here, have some facts about this. The National Centre for Biotechnology Information did a study on over 7 million vaccines given out. 5 of which of those over 7 million resulted in anaphylactic shock. none of those people died. The vaccine for yellow fever has a small chance of causing what's called yellow fever vaccine virus or something similar to that, which can result in death. Not very pleasant, I know. And this happens about 0.4 times out of 1,000 doses recorded worldwide, whereas yellow fever itself has a 60% chance of death. To break that down, that would be 600 per those 1,000 people. So would you rather have the virus or the vaccine at that point? The same studies can be said for 99% of vaccines. Yes, there has been hiccups and fuck-ups, but they are compensated for and we learn from them. It's a terrible thing when these things happen, but we learn and we look more into what do we need to check for, what needs to go into these vaccines. You're just being a dick.
Something that must be forced must not be all that good. If something is truly good, it stands upon its own merits, stands upon its own reality, it proves itself to be beneficial and helpful, you won't have to force it on anybody.
Yeah, because forced conversion to Christianity's never been a thing at all, has it? No. Do you realise the words that are coming out of your mouth? Your choice on Christianity is, come worship God or we're going to burn you forever. Yeah, okay.
People will want it because it's proven to do them good. The very fact that it has to be forced means something isn't right.
47 out of 50 states have vaccine exemption fucking notifications. So if you're religious or anything like that, you can not have vaccinations. You just then can't go to school or interact in certain ways. But you can go and set up your own school where you don't have to have vaccinations. You can go and set up your own business where you don't have to have vaccinations. But if you want to interact with the larger public, then you have vaccinations. And
I'm telling you, everything I said a year ago is happening right now in 2020. And what I said then, I say to you now. I will not, and as a fellowship, we will not. I promise you, whatever the cost, we will not ever submit to forced vaccination of any kind. Mr. Gates, Mr. Fauci, you're going to have to find human guinea pigs to finance your billion-dollar big pharmaceutical corporations.
Big Pharma. Now, you have to feel sorry for Bill Gates. Between him and Warren Buffett, they've spent tens of billions of dollars. It's estimated they're responsible for saving 122 million lives worldwide. It's believed they're responsible for halving childhood mortality rates in developing countries. They've given out enough fucking mosquito nets for children that every child can have one. Their end goal is to have 0 cases of disease that can be prevented. So no more TB, no more HIV. What is wrong with you? You think they're doing this because, they want to experiment on us and make more money. They have spent billions upon billions upon billions. Do you not take this into account? Fuck my life.
And I hate to say this to some of you folks that are deluded here, and you always get angry every time I bring this up. Sorry, I can't help it. Your man, Mr. Trump, is as much a part of this vaccination movement as anybody else in the government. He is promoting vaccinations along with everyone else in Washington, D.C. our senators of both parties, our congressmen of both parties, governors of both parties, they're all promoting it. When the world starts marching in one direction to that mass, you know who's the author. And it's not God.
Now, you were born in 1953. You should remember cases of polio, smallpox and shit like that. Obviously, you have a very fuzzy memory. Also to say, God's not in charge of this. There was a man stuck in a house and someone said, there's a flood coming. And he saw it on the news, there's a flood coming. But he said, no, I'm going to stay in my house. God will save me. A bit later, someone's walking past and they say, oh, do you need a hand with your stuff? There's a flood coming. He goes, no, I shall be fine. God will save me. The flood waters start to rise and a little boat comes past. And then you say to the man, do you need help? And he says, no, God will save me. So the boat drives off. A bit later, the waters are even higher. The man's had to get on his roof and a helicopter comes past. And they say to him, do you need help? We can save you. And the man says, no, it's fine. God will save me. Those waters continue to rise and kill the bloke. He goes to heaven and he's there in front of God. And he says to God, oh Lord, why did you not save me? God looks down at him and says, I sent you warnings. I sent you my neighbour to help you. I sent you a man in a boat. I sent you a helicopter. What more did you want from me? Why are vaccines not godly? How can you put it down to it's not there to help you from God? Or do you want to return to the days of smallpox, polio, measles, mumps, rubella, tuberculosis, whooping cough, things like that ripping through your community where your church will be busier than ever with fucking funerals? And to say big farmers, they're coming for us and they're experimenting on us and they want to do this, that and the other. Do you know what's really bad for big pharma? Dead people. Do you know what would be really good for a community where it's got loads and loads and loads of people that don't want to get vaccinated and are having kids and it's getting to the rate of like only 10% of people are vaccinated? Coffins. Really small ones for children as well. You're a fucking idiot. If there is a hell, I think you're going to end up burning in it for putting people's lives at risk and for resulting in what you could consider manslaughter. You're a fucking knob. Anti-vaxxers don't half piss me off. Anyway, I am the Sarcastic Barman. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know what you think and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.